Ready? Good evening, everyone. Call the meeting to order. Regular meeting of the District Board, October 6, 2025 at 5:33. John, would you please call the roll?
Curry.
Here.
Adel.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Avedisian. Mazzano.
Here.
Buell.
Here.
Bush.
Here.
Desai.
Here.
DeBella.
Here.
Drake.
Here.
Gale.
Here.
Ardot.
Here.
Gentile.
Here.
Healy. Hoffman.
Here.
Hoheb.
Here.
Holloway. Johnson.
Here.
DeChance.
Here.
Lester.
Here.
Lewis.
Here.
Lewis. Here.
Magnan.
Here.
Mandyke. Payne.
Here.
Patel. Salemi.
Here.
Taylor.
Here.
Torini.
Here.
Torres. Wolf. Carrier. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You're speaking very well.
Next is the approval of the meeting minutes of September 8th, 2025.
Move acceptance. Second.
Discussion, deletions, additions, revisions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carried. Public comments relative to agenda items. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the board? Seeing none, we'll move on to number 6, independent consumer advocate comments and questions relative to agenda items. Is Liz on?
Don't think so.
Okay. We have an announcement. Number 7 is just an announcement. The Independent Consumer Advocates Annual Meeting is Wednesday, October 8th at 5:30 here. 8, report from District Chairman. I have nothing to report. 9, report from Chief Executive Officer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to waive my report tonight as well with the agenda.
And number 10, report from District Council.
That's that?
Pressure's on.
I'm going to, just one comment. I just want to let Commissioner Gale know I really appreciate his outfit today for the fall season and the Halloween season. And other than that, I have no report. Thank you.
It's pumpkin spice.
Before we get too much further into the meat of the agenda, please note that number 17 is being removed from the agenda. We're not ready to have open discussions on that at this time. And I'm hoping all of you know and have seen the emails, but Commissioner Steuben has resigned from the MDC as he's moved to another community. Their gain, our loss.
Stuber,
I'm sorry. And I had a nice chat with him, and hoping that he gets involved in his new community and maybe someday gets back on the board at the MDC. So with that, we'll move on to the referral of the 2026 proposed budget to the Board of Finance. And is Kelly up? Commissioner Salemi, your hand is up.
Yes, I just had a question about, sorry, John, excuse me, I had a question about the consumer advocates, the meeting. And I'm just curious if we can attend that online, that's all. It's item number 7.
Yes, you'll be able to attend that online.
Because somebody will send us the link or something for that. It's not here, so.
Yep, it'll be sent out.
And it's
Okay,
available.
thank you. That's all it was, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much.
Okay,
It's posted on the website as well, but I'll send it to Commissioner Slumming and all commissioners.
Jonathan, you're up.
Hello. Item number 11, referral of the 26 proposed budget to the Board of Finance. This is just a part of the 2026 budget process. It's procedural, and that the district board is requesting for the Board of Finance review of the 26 budget. So just a brief overview of the stuff included in the packet on this. It's showing that the revenue and expense, it's showing sewer and water together on the revenues, and then the combined expenditures on the first page of this. Then the second page is just water exclusively with revenues and expenditures to show that it's balanced on the water side. Then the next page is the sewer one, showing that the sewer's balanced on that side at 114.5 million. The water on the page before was 126.7. Then the next one was to just show the revenues of both, which was just the first snapshot of the first page. And then the newer piece of it that was showing the ad valorem broken out by member municipality, the 3-year average, and then the installment dates. So. So that was pretty much it, unless anyone has questions for it.
Just to maybe eliminate a few of the questions. Water stays the same,
Oh, thank you.
sewer stays the same, ad valorem stays the same. There's some added costs, but for the most part, we're maintaining what we have.
Sure. I'll give the brief overview on it. 0% increase to the 2026 water rate, 0% increase to the ad valorem. In total, there'll be shifting between the member municipalities based on grand list and abatements. The next piece to talk about is a flat 75% or 75-cent increase to customer service charge and the general surcharge. And then a $5 increase to hydrant maintenance fees. And then there's an increase in fire protective services of 50 cents to the 1-inch meter, and then it moves up based on that. And the last piece I wanted to say was sewer customer service charge increases from $9 to $12.5 monthly in order to balance the budget. Oh, and this is just a referral to the Board of Finance.
Any questions? Is there a motion?
Move adoption.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Report on update of effective utility management self-assessment.
Number 12.
Oh, I'm sorry, number 12. Crossed one out too soon. Consideration potential action, Eversource Electric Distribution Easement, Brainerd Road.
Move adoption.
Michael.
Hi, Mike Curley, Manager of Engineering.
Hold on just a second, Mike.
Yes.
We had a motion to approve? Is there a second?
Second.
All right, you're up, Mike.
Yep, thank you. So this is a request from Eversource Real Estate. They're just trying to close the loop on some existing easements that exist on 2 of our properties located at 235 Brainerd Road and 245 Brainerd Road. The easements that they're requesting are fairly standard in size. The one going through 235 is servicing some transmission towers that require some lights that are required by Brainerd Road because they're within the restricted area. The other 2 easements, one that bisects 245 Brainerd Road was put in during the tunnel project. So that's just being repurposed for the CSO pump station, the tunnel pump station. And the third easement is just a rectangular, smaller easement. It's really going to contain switchgear, meters, and equipment for the pump station itself. So if there's any questions on that be happy to answer those.
Question? None? No questions, all right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And opposed, motion carried. Next is the report on the update of effective utility management self-assessment.
Hello, everyone. My name is Greg Bazadola. I'm a Senior Vice President with Arcadis. I also have Joanna Bruner, who's our EMU expert on the phone today as well. She'll be here to answer any questions. So the Effective Utility Management, EUM for short, is a self-assessment that the district is embarking on. Arcadis has been hired to help facilitate that process, and I'm here just to provide a quick overview and answer any questions you may have. Next slide, please. So project understanding, the district strategic committee under the leadership of Commissioner Gentile is undergoing a strategic planning efforts. They're going to update their new plan, and you start off with your self-assessment as first step. And the EUM is a process that you use in order to begin that process correctly. The project objectives is around the district operational performance using EPA guidelines. So this is, again, not an Arcadis plan. This is a formal process that's been in effect for many years. We're going to identify those priority areas and focus the improvement efforts, and that will feed into your strategic planning effort. Next slide. So these are the steps to build a strategic plan. You first start with the assessment, and that's what the EUM is going to do. It'll evaluate your current state and future influences. We're going to take existing information, such as your climate study or happiness survey, as well as other EMU assessments, and bring it into this process. From that, it's going to feed into your strategic plan. And that's where you're going to establish your foundations and direction that the utility wants to move in. It's a process that's used over and over again. And whether it's a 5-year, a 10-year, or 15-year horizon, that's what the strategic plan ultimately achieves. So you do that planning first. And then once that planning is agreed to, you then move on to the next step and final stage, which is implementation and sustainment. That's where you develop your management plan or study. So that management plan or study will then take the results of your strategic plan and how your management's going to be formulated and your management changes are implemented in order for you to meet those goals of that strategic plan. So once that plan is in place, you execute, you monitor, and you progress that process. We expect changes to occur, but that's a normal course of process that you do this. And that plan and execute process will help you achieve that goal. Next slide. So diving a little bit more into the EUM, excuse me. It's not an Arcadis program, right? EPA developed this with 10 other agencies, along with a number of other utilities. And it was started back and published originally in 2008. It's been updated several times, and the latest update is 2014, last summer. So that document is a roadmap. You use that process, and you implement that through a series of steps, which I'll continue into. And again, if you want to see that primer, there is a link in this presentation that'll be made available. So this is a graphic right out of the EUM document. It's 10 attributes there in the green section. So you have your EUM in the middle, and then the 10 attributes that manage your effective utilities. And those 10 attributes are then looked at each of your business units. It'll be scored and adjusted accordingly and ultimately graphed, and I'll show you on the next slide. Around that are the five key management to success. So those help you determine the process you need to go into your strategic plan. And ultimately, it overviews the culture of the organization. And that's a key feature to be successful, is your culture of your utility. Next slide. So again, lots of steps, but this is the step within the assessment that we go through. Step one is to assess the current level of achievement. Look at your business activities right now through a series of attributes, and you basically rank them in a level of achievement. So how well have you done? That's on the y-axis on that graph, which is an example of the 10 attributes. Step two, you rank those importance of each attribute. That's along the y-axis. So the x-axis, apologies. So you start with those priorities, 1 being the highest priority, 10 being the lowest, and you chart those results. So for example, the number one priority for this particular example is the regulatory reliability performance. That is highly achievable and is ranked importance. Then you go to the next one, which is a financial viability. For this example, the level of importance is 2, so very high, but the achievement is low. So you're going to focus on those areas that are in the gray spots based on your results. So we will plot these and have a discussion, but it's the beginning of the discussion. It's not the end. So you're going to have that discussion with the groups, and we're going to help facilitate that. Ultimately, you're going to identify the high priority attributes to make sure you improve your overall score through your process of the strategic plan. Next slide. So here's our schedule. We started a little over 2 weeks ago, just under 2 weeks ago, September 25th. We met with Chris and Kelly and all the directors, outlined the plan, and gave the assignments out. And each of the groups now are working on those and determining their priorities. They will then begin the data collection and identify areas or gaps that we will help them fill in those assessments. Then we'll have a workshop. The workshop will result in a report similar to that graph and a number of other discussions. And then finally, we'll prioritize those attributes and provide a report sometime around early January. So from a timing standpoint, we're starting now, and we should be done the beginning of January of next year. With that, I will open the floor up for questions or comments.
Questions, comments? Greg, I have one question.
Sure.
When you complete this work and the Strategic Planning Committee reviews, accepts, or maybe not accepts some or all, this should be a key component as we move forward with a management study.
Correct.
And are you able, or will you be willing to consider, should the board accept that proposal, to assist in developing the criteria for the management study?
Yes, absolutely. We can provide that scope of service and draft or whatever the district is looking for, and we can most certainly do that as part of the UM performance.
Knowing full well, based on our past practice, that should that occur, you would not be able to then submit a proposal to actually do that management study.
Correct, that's correct. We follow the procurement rules of the district as needed.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner DeGraw?
If they provided that study, would that eliminate item 16 here on our agenda? I assume it, is there a cost for that study, or are they going to do it at no cost, and we have the spec done?
I don't think it'll eliminate number 16, but it certainly, in my opinion, we should consider that offer. And my understanding is, because you're already under contract with MDC, there would be no additional cost.
That is correct.
If I may, Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
just to clarify, can you go back to the slide that you had, probably slide that outlined the process?
Number 3.
So number 3, we're talking about, so just to clarify, Greg, the item 16 is to simply draft a scope for, draft a scope so that we can put out an RFP for a management study, right? So what you're suggesting is part of your process that you would draft that same scope, that same requirement under 16 for the MDC as part of this process, because I have said this in the past, and I'll say it again. And again, this is industry standards set by EPA, not by MDC or Arcadis, but by the industry. The process is you do your assessment, strategic plan, and then you do your management study. So if I'm not correct, as part of this self-assessment, it requires you to develop a scope. Just by the nature of the work, you're actually, in order to achieve your self-assessment, you have to craft a draft scope for the master plan.
That's correct. We're going to give you a full roadmap, and part of that roadmap is that scope of work
Yeah.
for that management study.
Further questions? Joan, could you just give us a very brief overview of what the purpose, what you believe the purpose of a strategic plan is as it relates to a future management study.
So the strategic plan is going to be, as pointed out, a roadmap for how we want to focus our energies moving forward. I pushed to adopt that industry-endorsed standard because part of the output that we will get by following this is the ability to benchmark those attributes and whatever our focus of attention will be relative to our peer companies, whether it's, a single water management company, a single wastewater management company, or an organization that does both. And it will give us that ability to kind of self-evaluate in addition to engaging an external expert who will probably engage in a very similar analysis, comparing our data to how the industry, what the premier industry leaders are doing.
Thank you. Any other questions for Greg? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
Number 14, Board of Finance, consideration and potential action, State of Connecticut, DWSRF 2023-7118-1, amendment. Chair recognizes Alan Hoffman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a note to move the item, which was taken up at the previous Finance Board meeting and passed unanimously.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Number 15, and Chris, can we take all three of these at the same time? Okay. A is 10,000 in order to fund. Well, I'm not gonna read all these for the record. John can include them. But for purposes of a motion, the chair recognizes Al Hoffman.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We actually did discuss these and took them as one vote, if I remember correctly. The clerk can verify that, or I believe. Yes. And so we did take them up as a group, A, B, and C. And again, it was a unanimous passage.
Okay. Is that a motion?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 And opposed? And just to be sure, Commissioner Hoffman, that was for number 15, A, B, and C combined.
Correct.
Okay,
A, B, and C.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, move on to number 16, PPI, committee discussion, potential action, RFP for retention of consultant to develop scope of services and detailed plan of management study. Chair recognizes Commissioner Taylor.
We met and discussed this. I would think, given the current status with regard to strategic planning, at this particular moment in time, there's no reason for us to take any action on this matter. Since the vendor is going to be.
Well, I would think that, and I concur with you, with your statement, but I'm thinking maybe that should be the motion that we accept Greg and I think the name of the company, Arcadia, to conduct the scope of service for the detailed plan of the management study.
Is someone going to put that in the form of a motion?
So moved. Scott, you comfortable?
Yeah.
Was there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Number 18, opportunity for general public comments. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the board? 19, commissioner request for consideration of future agenda items. Oh,
Sorry.
hi.
Elizabeth Tavelli, Independent Consumer Advocate. I assume I missed it earlier in the meeting, and I apologize, but I do have a meeting coming up this Wednesday. I hope you all chime in or attend and bring all your toughest questions for me. I'll do my best. Yeah, I figured I'd make sure I was here when we at least announced it, so thank you. That's all I have tonight. Thanks.
Thank you, Liz. Anyone else like to address the board?
Commissioner Salemi has his hand.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Salemi here.
Okay, this is for general public comments. You want me to move on to number 19 before you speak, or you have a question?
I thought you called 19 already, I'm sorry.
What do you think?
He thought you called 19.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
19, commissioner request for consideration for future agenda items. Okay, Commissioner Salemi, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My comment, it's just a comment really that I read the ICA's third quarter report. I read the other two as well. And I'm going to try to attend the meeting this week, but there's a suggestion that the district needs to, and I agree with it, that the district could publish its policies on the website, particularly ones that have to do with interactions with the customers of the MDC. That's all my comment. I hope that this will lead to a future meeting where that will be an item of discussion where we can talk about how we can get that done. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Salemi. Any other commissioner requests for future agenda items? Commissioner Idle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To piggyback what Buddy's asking about is, I know I was reviewing some old minutes, and I believe in 2018 was the last time we published our policy for dealing with claims and customers. And so I'd like to also see a review of that again, because it's been, a lot of people are new since then.
All right, and I just leaned over to talk to our clerk, Attorney Myrtle, and he said that our policies can and will be posted on the website, so I think that'll address that concern. I have one that I would like to myself to consider. I'd like to refer to the government committee. We've had some discussions over the past several years of some of our member towns not conducting their audits in a timely manner, and in fact, for a while, not conducting them at all. And that leads to an averaging, and as I'm told, it's over a 3-year period, which is more fair, but still not fair to all the other member towns. So I'm looking for, in some fashion, that a referral to the government committee be made to consider changing our charter to require, and in fact, possibly even put some teeth into it by penalizing those towns that don't comply and provide their audits to us in a timely manner so that we can develop our budgets and determine our ad valorem fees for all 8 member towns. So that will be on the agenda on next meeting.
You've got a hand up.
Commissioner Salemi.
Yeah, thank you. You just said that, I thought you said that our clerk, John Myrtle, said that we could publish the policies on the website. So is it going to take a vote to say that we're going to do that, or are we just going to do it? I just my question. So
I would say a lot of them, maybe most of them are already there, but we can put on the complete and all of the policies. I don't think we need a vote.
Okay, well, as long as they're going to find them all there, I assume that they must be in open text or something, because they're not obvious when you first open the website. So we'll look for them. Thank you.
You know, the ones I've looked for, I've found, so I wasn't aware that everything wasn't there. So, but I would agree with you that they should be there. So, all right. So with that, we've completed the agenda, and meeting is adjourned.
Excellent.